Hello, buddy, and welcome back to Up the Guts, continuing with our season previews, and we are up to the Melbourne Football Club here. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to go back and listen to the ones that I've done previously, as I'm doing them all in alphabetical order. And make sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, to leave a like and comment on this video, click that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And if you listen to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you hit the follow button, leave a like and comment. I believe you can leave a like. I know you can leave a comment. Turn the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, and leave a 5-star rating. Without further ado, let's get into the 2025 season preview for the Demons. In 2024 was a disappointing season for Melbourne on and off the field, as they had a lot going on. We know, obviously, Clayton Oliver, Joel Smith, you name it, they had going on. They finished 14th, which is not where Melbourne with their list should be finishing. Some of the ins, he gets another contract going around again, and that is free agent Tom Campbell. He's gone again. They've brought in Tom Campbell as a bit of backup for Max Gawn in case he goes down, because Max Gawn's only getting older. He can't do it all. They brought in Harry Sharp, the running machine from Brisbane. Harvey Langford, they picked up with pick 6, who looks ready to go. Alexander Lindsay, they picked up with pick 11, and Ricky Menfa Jr., I hope I said that right, picked up as a Category B rookie. Now some of the outs, there's a few. So Alex Near-Bullen makes his way to Adelaide, which is a crucial one because he played a crucial role making his way up and down at the half-forward line, getting up and back. Angus Brayshaw retired, which condolences out to the Brayshaw. We never like to see someone retired due to concussion. So thoughts out to them. Ben Brown retired, just never found his straps at Melbourne, but was exceptional at North Melbourne as a key forward. Lockie Hunter, a solid footballer as well for the Western Bulldogs, and played some serviceable football for Melbourne across a couple of seasons, retired as well. Kai Farris Wright was delisted, and Josh Shackey was a pick 2 in the draft, but just never lived up to the hype. He was delisted. Joel Smith, we mentioned earlier, was delisted, and Adam Tomlinson was also delisted. Now let's have a look at their list. Their key defensive, starting off with Stephen May and Jake Lever, is always solid. Jake Lever normally likes to take the third tall, so it'll be interesting how that works out. But they've got Tom McDonald there as well, who they normally like to play at least those 3 talls, and Jed Adams. Defense, they've got Christian Salem, who's always consistent. Judd McVee looks like he could be an absolute star player. Showed some really good signs. Looks like he could possibly push up the ground a bit more too. Jake Bowie, Blake Howes, who played some really good games for them as well last year. Trent Rivers, who in the second half of the year when Petrarca went down was the man who stood up and went into the midfield and played some really good games for the midfield actually, but he's listed as a defender, so I'm assuming with Petrarca coming back and hopefully Clariola in top nick, they're hoping that they'll looks like he'll push back to the half-back and just use his run and carry off the half-back line. But I wouldn't write off seeing him run through the midfield every now and then either. Marty Hoare, Tarsva Woden, who we saw a little bit, and Andy Monix Wakefield. We go to the midfielders. Christian Petrarca looks like he's come back in ripping nick, and that's always good. Cal Windsor had an exceptional first season for the Melbourne Football Club off the wing. Jack Viney, just heart and soul, goes hard at it. Clayton Oliver will be hoping to improve off that season. Jack Billings off the wing. Ed Langdon, Bailey just runs all day. Ed Langdon, Bailey Laurie, who we've seen a few times. Harvey Langford, Xavier Lindsay, obviously from this year's draft. Harry Sharp will probably be competing with Jack Billings for that second wing spot, because I reckon Ed Langdon has that one pretty much locked and sealed, the first wing spot. Tom Speller, Oliver Seston, and Conan Brown, who we also saw a few times last year. Now, Rucks, we mentioned Max Gawn and Tom Campbell, but they've also got Tom Fullerton there and Will Verrill, who I've heard some big rats on in the VFL as well. Key forwards, Jacob Van Rooyen just looks like he's getting better and better. Daniel Turner showed up for some games, kicked a couple of bags here and there last year as well. Matthew Jefferson, a young player that I've heard a lot of good raps on as well. Bailey Fritsch probably had a down season last year, will look to respond because he is a talented player, has been for a while, always plays undersized. Harrison Petty is listed as a key forward, but I've heard that he's been training as a key defender. I hope that's right, and I hope that's true because that's where he plays his best footy. Aiden Johnson and Luke Ketfield. Now the forwards, Charlie Sparker, who fell out a bit of favour. Colton Tholstrop, who we saw probably for half the season last year in his first year, looked good. Jake Malcolm, you know how important he is, just an ultimate role player. Shane McAdam, we didn't really see after coming over from Adelaide. Because I pick it will be interesting to see, is this his final season as a Demon? But nonetheless, it looks like he might be, it looks like he's ready to go. by all hearing from the track. Kate Chandler, who's another role player, and Ricky Memphis Jr. Now, prediction, where do I think that Melbourne will finish in 2025? Will they return to finals? And the answer to that is yes. You just can't knock them not return to finals with the list that they have, and I have them finishing around that 7th mark for them to bounce back after their disappointing finish last year where they finished 14th. Look out for now, I briefly mentioned that he's just getting better and better, but my look out for this season is Jacob Van Rooyen. He's just getting better and better, and the hands that this kid has on him, I believe he's 20 or 21, but he's just getting better and better as the more games he gets, the more we blood him, and he'll be a player that they'll build their forward line around for 10 plus the next 10 plus years. Has excellent hands and has shown he can go into the ruck a little bit, but I want them to build their forward line around him, and they'll be nearly ready to give him the keys, I reckon. But yeah, Jacob Van Rooyen just looks like he's getting better and better with more games. With the more games he plays. And he's a bit of a sharpshooter in front of goal too. So 2024, 21 matches, 30 goals, and which is an average of 1.4 a game. His best game was round 17 versus West Coast, where he had 4 goals, kicked 4 goals for, had 14 disposals, and took the 9 marks, which is really crucial. Now, needs to live. It will come no surprise. It's Clayton Oliver. Put it bluntly. Poor season last year. I know there's been a lot going on with Clayton Oliver, but to Clayton Oliver's standard, that was so poor. Only averaging the 23.4 disposals from 20 matches. For a bloke who used to get 30 disposals for fun, that is very poor, and he'll be looking for Melbourne to be back in contention. They say they've got the list to still compete for the flag, but for them to do that, they need Clayton Oliver at his best. Not averaging 23.4 disposals a game, that's poor, and only kicking 2 goals. I get it, he doesn't need to necessarily hit the scoreboard, but he does need to be getting his hands on the footy, because he's the one who gets in, him and Vining gets it out, and gets it out to Petrarca to kick the goals. So Clayton Oliver needs to live for Melbourne to be a big threat in 2025. His best game came in round 1 versus Western Bulldogs, where he had 35 disposals, 6 clearances, 2 goal assists, and 8 scoring bombs. That's the Clayton Oliver we know, and we need more of that. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my 2025 season preview of the Melbourne Football Club. I have them predicted to finish around that 7th mark. Look out for Jacob Van Rooyen to continue with more game time, just get better and better, and needs to leave Clayton Oliver if Melbourne want to be a serious contender in 2025. Thank you guys for listening, and as always, if you enjoyed this series, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video on YouTube. Click the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. If you're listening to this via Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a like and comment. As I mentioned, I believe you can leave a like on there, but make sure you click the follow button. But the most important part, make sure you leave a 5-star rating, as that does help get the exposure out for the podcast and bring in new listeners, which is what we always want. And make sure to turn the notification bell on so you do not miss an upload. But that's it for today, guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.